Welcome to the Recon Trader. In today's video, I will show you how to manually close a position that was opened by your Mudrex automated crypto trading bot. And the idea behind manually closing the position is to lock in profits that the bot might not capture if your strategy was to play out and the bot was to close your position based on your strategy. Now, with that being said, the Mudrex team actually does not recommend manually closing your positions. However, for me, I monitor my bots, I do tactical analysis all day long, and if I see a point of resistance or something else that might trigger a sell-off and I want to lock in profit, I will manually close my bot's positions in order to lock in that profit. But I do it through the Mudrex platform, and the reason it's important to close the position manually through the Mudrex platform is to avoid any confusion. When you close a position on the exchange that was opened by your Mudrex bot, your bot still thinks that order is open and will send a sell order, and you may end up with a short position on your exchange without you realizing it. So it's important, if you do close out a position manually, you do it through the Mudrex platform. Now, before we dive into the numbers and the reasons behind me closing these positions, if you're not familiar with Mudrex, they are a crypto trading platform that allows you to create your own automated trading bot strategies and deploy them on your exchange like Binance. And the majority of my bots are either on Binance US or Binance Futures. And you can actually get started deploying bots for $0, and you can actually deploy the same type of bots I've made in my videos. If you've missed those videos of the configuration of my strategies, I suggest you shoot that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos, but you can go into my Mudrex playlist on YouTube and check out those videos. Now, I will say the premium package for $16 is an excellent value as you get unlimited backtesting, and I did create an entire video about the Mudrex backtesting platform, and in my opinion the $16 is worth the backtesting feature in itself. But with that being said, if you sign up for the premium package, you'll also get 1 month free trial of the package. In addition to, I will leave a link down in the description below, and by using my link you'll get a $25 sign up bonus, so you can apply that to another month and a half worth of the premium subscription. All right, that's enough jaw-jacking. Let's get into the numbers. So the first position I actually ended up closing was on my Ichi Crossing Binance Futures ETH bot. And that bot is basically just using my Ichi Cross strategy, which is the Ichimoku Cloud baseline and conversion line crossing in order to enter a position. And for instance, this particular position was entered way back here when the conversion line, the blue line, crosses above this yellow line, which is the baseline. And again, I have videos in my playlist showing the actual settings for this strategy. But for this particular bot, it entered the position back here. And as you can see, the price walked its way up. I had noted previous resistance at around the $1,800 level. And so I ended up manually closing the position for a 54% win. And that was a manual order through the Mudrex platform. And you can see that I closed it at $17.95. Now, it turns out in this situation, I closed it too early because you see the price actually ended up walking up higher. And the fact this was on the futures platform, I was using 9x leverage. I did end up shorting myself quite a bit. However, I don't mind being wrong once in a while, especially when it's up 54%. So the next spot actually uses my Recon Bull strategy, and that's kind of a SMA. You can actually see a whole lot of the code here. It's SMA crosses along with a MACD, and it's a trend-based basically bot. And in this situation, just like the one I just mentioned, there is very strong resistance at the 1860 level on ETH. Now, the 1800 level, that's more of a psychological resistance, where the 1860 is more of a structure type resistance. And in that case, I ended up closing that position today on this candle here as it reached up into that 1860 level. I closed this position manually for the 1856 amount, and we see that price is now rolling over. So that worked out in my favor. Now, the next trade that I closed out was yesterday, and I closed that trade out on my engulfing Toro, which uses the engulfing bullish candle to enter positions. And I closed that trade out for almost a 20% win, again, based on that 1860 resistance that I saw. And at the moment, it looks like I'm right that 1860 is really holding up as a level of resistance. Now, you might say 1881 up here is resistance, but if you look back on the chart and check your 6, you'll see a ton of resistance around the 1860 level. And so I closed this position out as well as with a manual order through the Mudrex platform and locked in 20% profit. And then the final trade that I manually closed out again was yesterday, March 9th. And based on that 1860 level, I closed the trade at 1853 with a manual order. This is my main Ichimoku cloud crossing strategy. And if this trend continues, this blue line is about ready to cross down through this yellow line. And I would be giving up based on roughly where I closed at and where that cross probably will occur, maybe 5 to perhaps as high as 10% profit of slippage if I didn't close this bot out. Now, with that being said, this price action could bounce down here and head higher to all-time new highs, and these Ichimoku cloud lines will separate, and I may have shorted myself. But for me, I believe you need to manage your bot. When configured correctly, the bots will do an excellent job, but I do believe in monitoring my bots and stepping in and executing trades when I see something like resistance. Like I said, we might see this pull down like we did here, and it might bounce back up. We may pull down, and perhaps the next move up will be a leg up to all-time new highs. But I'm not in the business of making predictions or telling the future. If I was, I'd join the carnival and try to make money doing that. I'm into doing my recon, and my recon told me, resistance, it's time to take your profit, and so I did. Now, if we take a quick look over at my RSI 470 Bull bot, this one actually has an open position. I'm not going to actually close this position out. I'm going to let it run at 2%. If it goes against me, it's not a big loss. If this was at 20%, I would highly consider closing this trade out. But at 2%, I'm going to let this one run. But with that being said, if I wanted to close this position down, I would use the close long trade option and just click on that. And then it would ask, are you sure? And you would click close long trade. That would be the appropriate way. I'm not going to do that, but that would be the appropriate way to close a position that was opened by your bot. And you just simply close long trade, and you could close out that trade. And like I said, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave this position open. And in turn, if I saw an opportunity to open a position, the same thing applies. They offer you the open long trade, and you could just click on that, and it would allow you to open a long position. And I think that pretty much wraps it up. I just wanted to do a quick video to explain why I sometimes will manually close positions. I also wanted to stress that it's important to close those positions that have been opened by your bot via the Mudrex platform. Otherwise, you will have some issues between your exchange if you close the trade on the exchange and your bot your bot won't know that trade is closed and will send a sell order, and you'll end up with a short position. So hopefully you liked the video, and if you did, do me a favor, spike the like. If you haven't already, be sure to shoot that subscribe button. Also, if you have any questions or comments, leave those in the comment section down below. I will leave a link for Mudrex down in the description, and by using that link, you can get a $25 free sign-up bonus. And in closing, remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See you in the next video.